so much. So this first song is off of the Everything project, which I am very proud of. It's entitled Push. For anybody that needs a little extra encouragement wherever they are in their lives, this song is just for you. Keep on pushing, don't stop. No, 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 no. Yeah. Trials of life can wear you down. Listen, please, to what I have to say. I may be young, but I've been around. There's always a better way. You can make it there. Making it anyway. Whatever it is, you can handle it. Long as you believe what your dream should be. You gotta keep on pushing. Yeah. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Do it now. Just keep your feet on the ground. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who told you that you couldn't win? Who made these rules to these games in life we play? All you gotta do is reach your end. You're in control of your race. We're gonna make it there anyway. Hold your head high, give it a try. As long as you believe what your dream should be, gotta keep it moving. Yeah, you gotta do it now. Yeah, oh, yeah. I won't let nobody, no one. You can make it there. 'Cause I gotta be, you gotta be, we gotta be where we wanna be. All it takes is you, 'cause can't nobody do the thing that's in you. So what's it gonna take for you to push? Oh yeah, you gotta keep on pushing, don't stop. Stay on the ground, yeah, yeah, yeah. I won't let nobody, no one. Stay there, don't go nowhere. Listen, there's no one. Just push. Push, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. That's off of the Everything project. Oh yes, oh yes. That's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. There's a euphemism that goes, pray until something happens. We weren't even thinking about it when we wrote that song, but that's just what it means. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm a prime example of that. No matter what comes your way, just keep on pushing. That's my message to y'all. I would love to bring out my first guest on the Samsung Presents Singers Lounge. We have the lovely Tani'a Doe from Love Her Heart, and she's going to tell you all about what her foundation does. Please give her a round of applause. Show some love, show some love, show some love.
Was Anwar awesome or what? Great job. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Love Her Heart is an awareness campaign, and what we do is we raise awareness in women in heart disease. What a lot of people are not aware of is that every hour of every day a woman dies from heart disease, with 60% of those women being African Americans. So Love Her Heart focuses on raising awareness with African American women in heart disease. Currently what we're doing is following my journey to getting heart healthy. When I went to the doctor, I was told that I have 5 risk factors for developing heart disease. At my heaviest weight, I started out at 310 pounds, and I'm on this journey to getting heart healthy and teaching women that we all can do the same thing. We do not have to be leading in the leading cause of death in women. There's certain numbers that everyone needs to be aware of. That's your blood pressure, your blood sugar. You also need to be aware of your the body mass index. You also need to be conscious of just every single day our body does different things. And just because today you're feeling good, that doesn't mean your blood pressure is not up. That doesn't mean that your blood sugar is not up, depending on how you're eating. And through going through this process, which I'm happy to say today is 39 pounds the difference since we started. So I'm excited about that. And since we began, when I started out, my blood pressure was so high, I was on 2 medications. I'm down to 1. Yes, thank you, Jesus. And my blood sugar level is stable. It's stable. I'm no longer considered pre-diabetic. And that's important. I did not want to become diabetic. Yes, that's right. And none of us have to become diabetic. A lot of people believe it's in my family, so inevitably I'm going to become a diabetic. No, you don't have to become a diabetic. You can make the decision of your health and where it's going. And that's what Love Her Heart is teaching us. How to change what are you doing, what you're eating, exercise. You don't have to give up everything. I'm going to have some banana pudding today. So, we can have some things, but you know what? We can live healthy lives, and we can teach our family, our friends, our community how to do it too, and that's what Love Her Heart is all about.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Tani'a Doe. For more information, you can see Tani'a. What's the website that they can visit?
It's loveherheart.com, and we also on Facebook. Go to Facebook and like our page, and you can hear all about the journey. We're going to have videos up there. You can see this whole process of me going through, getting it done. I hope you guys come and join us. Thank you.
So we're back, and our first guest is actually Canadian born and bred. He is a soul singer, saxophonist, songwriter, arranger. He was featured on the Michael Basin Show and actually became one of the B-side artists. And he's become very familiar with the step community through his music. He is a 3-time CD releasee independent. His most recent CD is called Colorblind. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my boy and now fellow Savvy Marketing Entertainment Group fellow artist, Mr. Jeff Hendrick. Welcome to the Singers Lounge, please. So, of course you're gonna perform for us, but just a bit about you before you perform. I listened to Colorblind, and when Marcus Boy gave it to me, I was like, okay, who is this? Because when you hear the CD, you hear these smooth sounds, I've heard it compared to the likes of Robin Thicke. Who are some of your musical influences though? Like, who really influenced you?
Well, I was really lucky. My father used to bring back records long before we were buying them or anything. He would bring them back from the library. He's not really a musician, neither is my mother. They appreciate music. But he started bringing back records from the Commodores, Marvin Gaye, and then when it came to the saxophone, a gentleman that a lot of people will know, David Sanborn and Stevie Wonder. And that's when that sound really became entrenched in my mind. It flourished later in life, but it was there. So I owe my father a lot in terms of really introducing me to that sound. And it was something that stuck with me ever since.
Wow, I grew up listening to some of the same music. So between listening to those sounds, becoming one with those sounds, what was the thing that first led you to start recording and writing? What was that thing that said, you know what, I need to get this down on wax?
Well, for me, you know, interestingly enough, as I've told some people, I really wanted to be a producer. Quincy Jones was one of my idols, and people like Teddy Riley and Rodney Jerkins or anybody like that. And I was writing songs, and then I just couldn't find anyone really who could sing them the way I had sort of heard them and envisioned them. And so I said, well, maybe, you know, I started out as a boy singer, and then my voice broke. That's when I got into the saxophone, and then, you know, when this recording, doing some demos started to happen, that's when I said, well, maybe I can do this myself. And so I started putting demos together, and, you know, eventually it led to my first recording, and that led to, you know, the internet has been a godsend, and that led to interest in the UK and the US and Japan, and eventually someone like, you know, Michael Baisden becoming familiar with my music. And it's just always been about positivity and good soul music from day one. So it's worked out. I'm really happy about it.
Now, most people, I know the times have changed. You mentioned the internet. What was it that has given you've had a lot of success with these albums. You've moved some, you know, 8,000 plus units on your own as an independent entity. What are some of the things that, you know, that got your fan base into you? Where was your momentum?
Well, you know, like I said, through discovery that the world is a big market. So, you know, one of the first things I say to independent artists is, you know, never forget your backyard, but remember that, you know, when I went to the UK, I don't think people here realize just how much people in England especially love and adore American soul and R&B music and American soul and R&B artists. They are treated like kings and queens, and the British can go back and tell you about eras that, you know, you and I would have to go and research on Wikipedia. So it's a big world that loves this music. And, you know, the other thing for me was keeping it positive. You know, my music is all about positivity, and I'll leave the macho stuff for somebody else. I'll leave the negativity for somebody else. For me, I think the thing that's resonated with people is I'm true to myself, and the music is about love and positivity, and that's what seems to work out.
You hit on a lot of points. I wanted to get your take on the state of music, especially soul music, as we're going into the digital age, and that's being reflected in a lot of what we see and a lot of what we hear. Where do you think we are in the world? Well, first talk about the States, and then talk about the world in general. What do you see us? Where do you see us?
Well, you know, there's always so much hope when you have artists like Ledisi and Jaheim and Maxwell, and, you know, these artists, Jill Scott, who are out there, and Music Soul Child. It gives me great hope that there's great music still being made. The sad part is it's just not getting heard by enough people. And then underneath those artists that you might be familiar with, there's just a whole stack of amazing independent artists like Eric Roberson from New Jersey, Darian Dean from here in New York, Kanya Doss out of Cleveland, who I did a show with. I just wish that these amazing, talented artists that don't use auto-tune and sing about things that matter had a bigger voice in the world. But, you know, I put that on the fans and on people to decide, you know, what they deem as quality and what they like, and I'm hoping that there is already a movement, and I'm hoping there'll be a movement away from the electronic kind of synthesized stuff and the stuff where the lyrics just don't really mean anything, and more music that touches people's hearts and brings them back to a better time and a better place.
Well, yeah, that definitely deserves a round of applause. You know, I share your sentiments, and one thing that I've come to discover is, like, you know, the gimmicks and things like that. Now, let's keep in mind, this is not a place at the Singers Lounge where we are actually, you know, disavowing or hating on those artists that thrive in the age that we're speaking of, but we are here to say that there are, you know, there's just as much validity in music that you may not get a chance to hear on the radio all of the time. So I just want us to make sure that we're clear on that. You mentioned the fans and the responsibility of the fans. I notice a lot of artists getting frustrated with, you know, just they feel that their talent has to be heard and they feel that they have this big gift. What are some of the words that you have to say to those artists who have yet to be heard or who have yet to do their first recording, but they have this amazing gift and they have somewhat of a small fan base?
You know, my advice is to, you know, to really keep doing things. You know, you are part of a certain type of process, and there are amazing things that come from that process, but there's only going to be a small percentage of people who get to go through that type of a situation. And what I don't see enough artists doing is performing. You need to perform. You need to perform at church. You need to go to the coffee shop that has a jam session and perform. You need to go to all the jam sessions. And I think that's how you do it, you know, and then if you can learn an instrument, you know, if you're blessed, as I was blessed to have parents who saw it and nurtured some piano lessons and things like that, you just wanna work your craft, you know. I don't think it can happen overnight, and I don't know that that was always meant to be that way, you know. I wouldn't be the artist I am right now if it wasn't for all those little tiny gigs that I did in little places, some good, some bad, and I just think people really need to go out and do what they like to do. Do it anywhere. I see it here in New York on the subway, and I'm inspired. There's some real creativity right on the street level, so it's pretty cool.
Wow. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for sharing that. Now, y'all gonna hear from Jeff in just a moment, but I just want to say that just having you there in Canada and me being here, that people have those same feelings, that is definitely something that's personally inspiring to me, so I find that to be true. Y'all give it up for Jeff Hendrick. So without further ado, please give a round of applause for the soulful sounds of Mr. Jeff Hendrick.
How's everyone doing tonight? It is a privilege and an honor to be here in New York City, to be a part of this wonderful new family, the Savvy marketing crew, and to be around such talented people like Anwar and Trey Lorenz. This is truly a thrill and an honor. So tonight I'm just going to do a track, or a couple tracks from an album that I'm really proud of, and if you like what you're hearing, please support independent music. The album is called Colorblind. It's a celebration of people, of culture, of love that transcends all boundaries, and that's my beautiful girlfriend Cintra right on the cover, who's in the house tonight, so give her a big round of applause. It's truly the way I live my life. I don't think about those things. I think about people and what's in their hearts, and so that whole album is sort of a testament to that and positivity. So here's a song from the album. This is called You're a Trip. If you like what you're hearing, put your hands together. Don't hold back. This is dedicated to all the ladies in the house. Oh yeah, yeah. And I gotta tell you, baby, ever since the day you came into my world, I ain't even thinking about no other girls. You had me hooked, put a hold over me. Oh yeah, yeah. Sexy, independent kind of girl I like. Kind of girl you're loving every day and night. Still can't believe what you're doing to me, baby. And I gotta tell you, baby, that you're a trip. You're a trip. You're tripping me out. There's no denying it. No denying it. Erase all your doubts. Your loving is the. Your loving is the. I just can't stop loving you. Yeah. I love you forever. Woo. Girl, don't change a thing. I love you as you are. You're everything I need, you're my shining star. Everything I do, girl, you know I do it for you, yeah. I just gotta tell you, baby, that you're a trip. You're tripping me out. Tripping me out, yeah. Erase all your doubts. Erase all your doubts, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just can't stop loving you.
I love you forever.
Let's break it down. You've got me.
Been over you.
You got me feeling every of the things that you do.
You're
Always on my mind.
find someone, I found some trip me up like you.
You're a trip.
You're tripping me out.
Tripping me out, yeah.
Erase all your doubts.
Erase all your doubts, yeah. Oh,
I just can't stop.
I just can't stop loving you.
I
Love you forever, yeah.
You're a trip.
You're a trip.
You're tripping me out. There's
Girl, you know you're tripping me out,
Erase
yeah.
all your doubts.
Erase all your doubts, oh,
I
yeah.
just can't stop loving you.
I just can't stop loving you.
I love you forever.
Love you forever. Girl, you're tripping me out, yeah. Oh yeah, gotta tell you, girl, that it's only me and you, and I love you forever, yeah. You're a trip, ladies and gentlemen. Album is Colorblind. Thank you. So it's a real privilege and an honor to have a very special guest tonight. She was part of a group that many of you will remember, Koffee Brown. After Party, a wonderful track. And once I found out the guys here knew her, I had this track off the album called Be Yours, and I asked if I could have the honor of having her join me. So this is a track about two people that used to have a history, and maybe they ran into each other in the airport. They haven't seen each other for years, and they feel that there's still a connection there, and maybe there's a chance they can make things happen again. So Vernell Scoville, ladies and gentlemen, from Koffee Brown, formerly Koffee Brown.
Good evening, everybody.
This. Baby girl, it's been so long, can't believe we meet again. I've been around the world, met a lot of girls, but none that I could call my friend. Yeah. Back when it was you and I. Life's what we had. We parted. All this time. Girl, there's something I just wanted to say. All I ever really wanted was to be your man. Be a man, yeah. All I ever wanted, babe. All I ever really wanted was to be your man. Could I be your man? Yeah. Take it for now.
Can't believe my eyes, see you after all these years. Met 1,000 guys, heard 1,000 lies. I
thinking now?
Maybe we should talk a while, yeah.
Maybe we should stay in touch.
And maybe we should think about, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all the love we miss so much. Ooh,
All I ever wanted
wanted is to be your girl.
be a man,
Your girl,
your man.
yeah, yeah. To be your girl.
Be a man. Be
Your girl, yeah.
Could I be your man again?
Your girl, that's all I ever wanted. Is to be your girl, your girl,
Be
your
your
girl, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Verdell Scoville.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
For those of you who don't know, this young man was first seen with the likes of Mariah Carey. I don't know if anyone who knows who that is. And he was actually featured on the duet I'll Be There, which was a remake of the Jackson 5, I'll Be There with Michael Jackson. And this young man has written and performed with the likes of Beyonce, Usher. The list goes on, and he has been in the game, and he definitely does his thing. Would you please give it up for my friend, Mr. Trey Lorenz?
Thank you. Thank you.
Trey, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, I always ask the influences, because you have a lot of, your resume is like longer than the distance to the edge of the stage. So influences, where'd you get your start? What did it for you when you were coming up?
Well, I grew up in church. I'm from South Carolina. I'm a country boy. Florence, by the way, is home of the fish sandwich, and we were the first people to put it between bread. So, you know, I gotta throw that out there. But I grew up in church, of course, and you know, aside from, like, you know, singing in the choir and stuff like that, I love old school music. So, you know, I was a big Motown fan, and everything that was happening back in the day. Delphonics, Stylistics, we can go down to the OJs, the Spinners. They had a really good unsung on TV1 on them. Y'all should check it out. And, you know, but I love that kind of stuff.
So from Motown to, ironically, I'll Be There was when we first heard you take on that duet role. How did you come to start working with Mariah? Like, what was that like? How did that go?
Well, I was in college at the time, and oh goodness, it's a long time ago. I look younger than I am, so you know.
It's all good.
No, for real. I was in school. I was in a group that had disbanded. I remained good friends with one of the guys in the group. He had a session for what he said was a white girl that sounds like Whitney Houston. So when we got there, I met Mariah. You know, we were the same age, had a lot in common, and she could sing, and I was like, wow. So at some point, you know, I was singing, she heard me sing, and you know, it just kind of blossomed from that. And I still had to finish a year of college, because I did graduate, by the way. And yeah, my mom was not having it. She was like, you ain't going out with nobody after I done paid all this money, so. but as far as Mariah is concerned, they said, well, I'm not doing a tour, so it basically came down to me just missing school a day or two to go do Arsenio or whatever show was on at the time. So, you know, it worked out great. And then I got a deal right after that. A lot of people think that I got a deal because of I'll Be There, but actually I had a deal prior to that with them. And because of the deal, I think, also because Mariah and I, we kind of just clicked, I think, because we were like this. I think mostly because we were the same age, whereas some of the other singers were a little bit older than we were at the time. But you know, we just clicked, and she knows that I love old school, Motown and all that kind of stuff, and the Jackson 5. It's ironic because the first song that I actually remember hearing was a Jackson 5 song as a kid. You know, my mom's a teacher, so my father was the one that would get me dressed for like preschool and all that kind of stuff. He said the only thing that would keep me still was to put on the Jackson 5 third album. So And you know, so it's ironic that that's the same album that I'll Be There is actually on. So years later, that's actually the 8th #1 song the 8th song in the rock and roll era to go to #1 twice. The little bit of history.
That's
there.
a very short list, and that was what gave you your Grammy nomination.
Right.
That
exactly.
you know that's an honor in and of itself. I'm sitting next to a Grammy nominee.
I didn't win. Boys to Men beat us, and it was the end of the road, which is one of my favorites. So,
but that's a great.
It was kind of like I'm not too mad to lose to them, but
right.
It was cool.
Okay, so we talk about now. You've had your albums. You've done a lot of work in addition to your own. You've written for. You've worked with the likes of. Just run down a little bit of your resume because I don't want to make any mistakes.
You put me on the spot. The first thing I think that I wrote that was actually placed on someone else was New Kids on the Block. Okay. Which was, again, when I actually came up north so that I could get into the music industry. I was just smart, so I figured I'd go to school instead of having to wait tables and stuff. But that's basically what I did. So while I was in school, I wrote a song by New Kids on the Block, for New Kids on the Block. Oh my goodness. I'm singing on a lot of songs that people don't even know too, by the way. Like, I heard on the radio the other day, tell me if you want me to give you all my time, I want to make it good for you. That's for y'all time, y'all might not know. A bunch of rap stuff, like, because I moved to Atlanta in the mid-90s and started doing a lot of work with Jermaine Dupri. So, The Brat, I'm gonna give it to you. Dun, dun. I missed that video. Everybody was in that video, but I think we were on tour or something someplace, and I got home and saw Biggie and TLC, Mary J. Blige, everybody was in the video. I was livid, for lack of a better word, but I was not happy. But
wow, you talk about a time where a lot of soul music was very vibrant, and I asked Jeff the same question. I want to hear your take on where the state of soul music and rhythm and blues is in current times. What is your take on the direction of it currently?
Well, just like Jeff was saying, it's a lot of people out there that are putting out good music. You cannot take away from that. I just think that what's missing nowadays is there's not enough of a balance. And maybe that's because I'm getting older now and certain stuff, I'm just like, their kids listen. Put it this way, anytime I have to watch an award show and I can't even enjoy the song because every word is like bleeped out, I'm like, what's the point? I think people should be a little bit more creative, and you can have the same force without using so much profanity. Now, don't get me wrong, I would prefer the explicit version for my own viewing and listening, but for kids that don't know the difference, they need a clean version. So I think that should be the situation. I don't believe in censoring and all that kind of stuff. I just think that there should be 2 versions if they're going to do it, But I don't want to sit through a show where everything is bleeped out. That I don't like.
Now you are working on you're working on a CD now.
Well, you know what? I am, but I'm not. But I just found out that I actually have a song out with Tony Moran. He's a dance DJ. Wow. And we just did it like off the cuff, and it's #1 this week.
Congratulations.
It's called.
It ain't easy to get on the chart, y'all.
Can I Love You More is the name of it. Go to YouTube and check it out. Better yet, go to iTunes and buy it.
Right, we so busy YouTube and we forget to press purchase. Anyway, we're gonna hear from Trey in just a moment. I just want to thank you for coming here and just sharing your take. Y'all ready to hear Trey sing?
And also, hold on. Before we even move any further, this past Saturday we had an opportunity to all hang out, all of the talent, the management team, everybody that's kind of involved behind the scenes, and we had a jam session, right? So Anwar is literally playing the piano. Everybody knows he can sing. But I didn't know that he could play the piano the way, the keyboards do. Literally. Okay, I can tell you this, right? When you ask somebody to play a song, it's rare to find somebody who can even play the song. But then if he starts playing it and it's the wrong key, you can say, no, could you change it? And boom, he goes right there. That's a gift. So that's why I gotta give bigs up, because I've known him all this time and never knew that he could do that. So we need to have a keyboard out here.
Wow.
So we can put it to the test.
Well, you know what? Y'all keep coming to these singers lounges, you're gonna see a keyboard up on this stage. So, but I really appreciate that. It takes a great singer, a great artist to just appreciate things like that. So we're gonna have Trey come and bless y'all real quick. Stay tuned. Singers Lounge will be right back. So we are back at the Singers Lounge. Without further ado, please give it up for Mr. Trey Lorenz.
I appreciate that. We're gonna do a throwback. I had an independent project out a few years back, and one of the songs that a lot of people told me they liked was called Pisces. Y'all ever heard that one? Yeah, are there any Pisces in the house, first of all? That's the first. Matter of fact, I know Maggie's mom is a Pisces. Give Mag's mom some love. All right. Better get you to turn the music up a little bit for me. Hey, can y'all hear out there? Yeah. Hello stranger, I'm mighty glad to see you. It's been a long, long time. Things have changed, but the thought of your embrace lingered on my mind. Y'all know it? There are words to say that clear the way, that lead straight to your heart. You're wrong for thinking that I'm only here to hurt you. That never crossed my mind. Still you're colder than an ice sea. You're not your typical Pisces. But baby, baby, you entice me. Invite me to your place. Stop giving me the feeling. You know it. You're blocking what we're nearing. True love that's never ending. Don't you want it, girl? Don't you want it, girl? Don't you want it, girl? Hello stranger, I'm mighty glad to see you. Here stands a different man. I've settled down and matured. I thought you'd understand, but still you're colder than an ice sea. You're not your typical Pisces. But baby, baby, you entice me. Invite me to your place. Stop giving me the feeling. You're blocking what we're nearing. True love is never ending. Don't you want it, girl? Don't you want it, girl? Don't you want it, girl? Hey, baby, baby. This is for the grown and sexy. I don't know if y'all caught on to that yet. Haven't done that in a while.
Colder than an icy. You're not your typical Pisces. But baby, baby, you entice me. I want you to come on over, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop giving me the feeling. Yeah, oh, you're blocking what we're baby, baby, baby. True love is never ending. It's okay to love the stranger at your door. Ooh, it's been a long time since I saw you, baby. I never should have let you go. Hello, hello. I wanna say hello, hello.
Gotta warm up for you. Try to hit high notes. Thank you so much. Y'all had a good time? Yeah! The Anwar is that it? I think they said, like, I was supposed to do 2 songs.
I need you to do something, because that one, do y'all want to hear some more from this young man?
Better yet,
hit him something.
Since I really don't have anything prepared, why don't we bust our little duet or something?
Okay, they say be so ready. Let's strike this.
Come on, y'all. Now this is off the cuff right there. I hope y'all got the cameras out. Put it on YouTube or something like that for me. Listen.
You remember, I fell asleep late last night.
Oh, wow.
And I dreamed the night and almost half the day away. I just woke up, right? So that I can hear her say, she's still in love, and no one can take her love away. Come on, I wanna be loved.
You go up.
There's nothing better than love. What in the world could you say? I'll be thinking of.
Trying to figure out these words.
He could pick it up if he had a keyboard.
Right, I stay on the keys. But you know what? It just goes to show the amount of talent we have here. I just want to bring all of my guests out real quick. Can you give them an ovation? One more for Trey Lorenz, because he is truly, I call him one of my heroes. Lady B, we have Jeff Hendrick in the house. You know, we wanted the Singers Lounge to just be a place where we just come and just share. And I'm just very proud to be sharing on this stage with these wonderful God-sent talents. Just give it up for them just one more time for me.
Thank y'all for coming out.
Yes.
Really.